I basically watched that video you posted without volume, and so I fucking was I want to know, because I was like, oh, okay. I don't really
the
understand
attractive
what's
people
happening,
one. Okay.
but fuck. I'm gonna go back and watch that.
Dude, it's attractive
There are people
getting away
so
with mistletoe kissing.
Yeah, it was.
And I'm just like, if I did that, I'd be a rapist. So
I just didn't understand the context, so I was trying to figure out, like, okay, are the two main people, like, dating? Because that kiss they did was
yeah,
pretty,
you're just like,
pretty
I don't
legit.
know what is this. Yeah, that would be super confusing if
It was
you
a
didn't listen
really
to it.
intimate. It wasn't like a peck. It was a very intimate
I
kiss.
know,
Like,
it looked
so
legit.
these dudes, like, are they doing I was like, so they have like clipboards. Like, is this a survey they're doing? Like, I don't know. I'm gonna, yeah. So it was way better that way. Just add my own shit.
All right, I'm going to actually let's talk about your Kobe thing as well. Until people get in, just because
Sure.
fucking stuff. One sec. Let me get that good and solid. All right. Was Kobe getting a lot of flack for that video or something? Or
it's super interesting, like how you look at those two things, because if you ever use like any sort of, I guess, like our subreddit for NBA is not bad. Don't ever use ESPN though. Dude, ESPN's like comment thread is fucking horseshit, and it's just trolls. It's fucking trolls, and it's horrific.
Okay.
They just like hate everything. Like you go to like a subreddit where people are having that conversation, everyone loves it. They're totally cool. I'm not sure if I want to change my stance on it. I just like it seems weird to me that an athlete can sit down and have like a 40-minute conversation, because for some reason it seems like the stereotype that most athletes are fucking retarded. And you can't, and that's not true. And you couldn't talk to them about shit. Plus, I just overly respect him because he'd be like my favorite player. So, but in parts, it's to a point some softball shit.
Yeah.
Because like, I'm like, oh, he's so composed, but the dude's like lobbing shit at him. Like, hey, bro, do you think your teammates and you can?
Could you do better? Could you improve anything?
Yeah. Do you think with this team you can win? What's he gonna be like? Yeah, fucking team blows, bro. Like, what's that?
You can't answer, negatively.
But on the same end, I still think, like, I gained an amount of respect for him from that because of the way he answered, and just, like, he seems like I just, as him as a player, he tries to make the statement that, like, he wants to be known as like someone who, like, a hard worker. Just cool. That's like, he could just go in there and be like, I just want to be better than Michael Jordan, and then your trolls would come out and everyone would just be like, fucking bro,
never be better than Michael Jordan.
That argument will go on forever, and fuck, that argument's retarded, because like it doesn't matter what side you take, because in 20 years, okay, humans are just even this of evolution. Humans just seem to be evolving in that case. Like, look at like something like MMA.
Oh,
John
dude, for
Jones
sure.
could rape
every
anyone
sport
ever.
Yeah, dude.
Like,
every sport is definitely getting higher and higher caliber,
because people
stronger, they're starting
faster
at like a younger and
bigger.
younger age.
They start younger. It's
and
just
they
like,
have the strategy of all the previous years already, so they're going to build on top of that, and it's going to get more complex. It's only going to get more complex.
People want to like not believe in evolution, but even that's evolution. Like, then get rid of Kobe and take LeBron James. LeBron James is a fucking psycho Brock Lesnar athlete. He's huge, he's tall, he's strong as fuck. He's like, you're in 20 years you can shut the fuck up. It won't matter, because we'll be talking about guys that. But then the argument will be like, are those even real human? Like, once we get genetic engineering too, they'll be like, are those even real people? Is it even the same? Whatever. But like, just on a level where I was like, oh, I watched like the whole thing. I was like, oh, this was a conversation. He seems like a level-headed person. He's a rapist still though. So
apparently, yeah.
I'm just, I don't know what I'd say, but I agreed. It was weird sending it to you, because I'm like, Jared fucking hates not hates, but the basketball definitely, like, out of all the sports, you like, don't hate football as much or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Basketball would be the one where, yeah, you answered it exactly how I, like, thought you'd be like, yeah, bro, they're just asking shit that seems to be, like, the same that they always ask.
Bro, why do you send me this shit? I can hate you, and I hate this.
But you said you wanted to live in his voice box. So
his voice was so great throughout the entire thing. It was super deep, and like his mannerisms overall. He kept doing what I considered the not bad face. He kept like,
yeah.
For whatever reason, I was loving that. I'm just like, yeah, I like that. But I don't know.
His voice was like, it sounded like they woke him up to do an interview.
Exactly.
And he's still like raped the guy. He's still like, yeah, you can't beat me, bro.
Was the dude a douche, or was that just me, the interviewer? Because he was asking like some douche questions, like
that guy's he's on one of those ESPN shows where he sits with this white guy and they just argue. Well, his job, he gets paid to argue and be controversial. That's his. He's definitely pretty douchey. I don't know. I'm not sure how that was perceived. A lot of people didn't kind of like the questions, I guess, because they like appeared to be hardball questions. Like, hey, bro, you guys suck. What's the deal? Like, I don't know how hardball that is, but that guy does seem like a douche, especially the way he would. Why?
Exactly.
Why?
That his why, like it was more so the inflection of him saying why. You're just like, dude, fucking like, shut up. Let him answer the question.
Yeah, exactly. That was that part for sure. I was like, why? That sounded so awkward and stupid. But I don't know. And I shouldn't even say that because there have been other like sports things lately. This was just cool because it was an interview where like dudes have said decent things. Brady, when there's been so many football players that just fucking die. When someone recently died, and I don't know if this name's going to mean nothing. Do you know who Brady Quinn is?
Yeah,
white kid. He made that thing about he made that statement about like Facebook and Twitter. Like, hey, when you ask somebody how they are or whatever, it wasn't like. It was profound for what people thought of football players. He seemed like it was a good statement. He said, like, people have been doing that, not necessarily as many black people, if you know what I'm saying. But
I didn't see the Brady Quinn thing. I remember seeing it on
maybe that
Reddit, but I never watched it because it was in response to the I don't know who his name was.
He killed his girlfriend and himself. Right?
And then went in front of the coach and killed himself. Yeah.
But then again, the argument to that could be is most white athletes aren't that good, so they do have to stay in college for 4 years, so they end up getting a little bit smarter. A lot of black athletes can just, like, skip all that shit. Just go to, yeah, bro, first year, way better than you. So, the NFL
deal with it, bro. Sorry.
Nah, and I think that's, like, a stereotype. But even on, like, higher-level athletes, when they give interviews, it just... But then that's stupid. Kobe's like a fucking man. He's mature. He's played basketball for his whole fucking life. Like he's 30, like 33. He's fucking mature. It's not. I shouldn't be.
He's not like a young kid getting in and he's retarded. Yeah.
Interview. We suck. Yeah, like it's whatever. I don't know who has that voice at all. No basketball.
He just did a bunch of helium.
All basketball players.
Isn't there like a helium shortage too? Fucking relevant topics. Hey, what's up? Supermax, Peachy, and Eddie. There we go. Just to make sure that this isn't a pre-recorded thing.
We got to move on. Everyone's going to hate. I don't think any of the people that
no one wants to listen to basketball chat.
At all. Fucking hate sports.
Let me do the don't starve thing before I get into the serious stuff as well.
Yeah, sure.
I want to talk about a specific genre of games that is emerging. It's the survival, like, build, craft games, the whole Minecraft genre that has swept everybody. I just, like, I realized something, and I hopefully this isn't just me. Hopefully this is, like, other people's feelings as well. Probably, because, I mean, there's, like, fucking 7 billion people. So there's no chance. There's just no chance.
Hope not.
Yeah.
If it is, I want to find the other dude that's like you, and I'm going to be friends with both of you.
Wonder where he lives.
Double
is he like an Indian?
He's probably a woman, which would be even
He's probably a woman. He has both parts.
Yeah.
He's a dynamic person. He's the dynamic person I could never be. No, but like, what's awesome about these survival games is their first day, couple days that you play them. After that, they kind of lose their shine, and I think it's because we like to learn like the entire like scape of like the world and stuff. We like to learn how to like how do I fucking survive in this game, bro? You like that initial learning phase, but once you know that phase, it's kind of like kind of lost its shimmer. So you need more of those survival games just thrown at you constantly. Which they like. I mean, it's happened for Minecraft. It's happened for Terraria with me. Like, I know how to survive. I know how to fucking get by. I know how to do all that stuff. So I'm like, well,
it's not as fun for sure.
Exactly. Yeah, it's lost its shimmer. Like, I wish there was a way to just like wipe your mind and then go back in fresh. That would be awesome. And I would go in fresh, so fresh that you don't even look at like Wikipedias or anything. You just you have to figure things out, which would be impossibly tough for Minecraft.
You could start doing like really hard drugs and see if that wipes some of your memory, and you could go from there.
Or I could just repeated punches to the head.
Yeah,
that sounds good.
I'd do it to you.
A bat, that'd be fine. Somebody could like give me AIDS. I don't know if that. I don't think that has an effect on memory, but has an effect on my overall body. So maybe.
Because hopefully, when I die, I just get to relive my life again.
I wish Alzheimer's was like a communicable disease, and it could spread through cough, and I would just get coughed on by.
Bro, yeah, I can't stream. I'm hanging around old people, so trying to catch some shit. That's cool.
I'm in an Alzheimer's house. Yeah. It's good. No, I just want to play Minecraft from fresh mind. I might not remember you. I'm sorry.
The irony is that's like complete. You could do that if you had that.
Yeah.
Except for you'd also not like remember me, but that's fine. You would get to relearn me every day.
It would be super cryptic because you'd write yourself notes on like this is what you do, and there's a person that drugged you to get you this way, and you're like, fucking what? Conspiracy theory, bro. And then you find out, it was just me because I wanted to play Minecraft again, and then I'm just pissed at myself. But anyways, yeah. I feel like you need multiple survival games. I mean, the additions that they're doing to Minecraft, they help for just a little bit. Because you're just like, I want to see the new content. But it's normally late in the game that you're like, fuck, dude, I want to go through all of that again just to get to that one little bit of stuff.
And then you don't, because you have to go through the boring shit first. And you're like, chop down trees for hours, bro.
So survival games are good. They just need to make a lot of them because it's fun to figure things out.
Okay. And this one is good.
Don't Starve. So far, yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm staying away from all like guides, Wikipedias. I want to like learn everything by myself. And if I miss stuff, I don't care, because it's way better that way. And the game's it's really tough. Like I died on like the 6th day, so.
Okay.
But it's fun.
Did you start over then?
Yeah, you start over, but you lose all your stuff. So.
Okay. That makes sense. You get like enthralled in those like retard hard games where you're just like, I spend my whole life playing fucking Super Meat Boy just to
I've only got like 10 hours in that. But all right.
What's it? Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
On Steam, anyways.
What's like a? Did you play it on Xbox?
Yeah, but not much.
Not much. Okay. I thought that was something you were like into. You like playing those Mind.
I fucking love it, but.
I just thought you put more hours in that one for some reason. Is there a different one that you did?
That I pumped a bunch of hours into?
Yeah. Or no? Or is there anyone like Super Meat Boy that you were into?
Like,
similar to that
Demon
style?
Souls, Dark Souls, they're both like retard hard, but they're fun.
I must not be just like thinking correctly.
N+?
I think I just saw you play. Could be. Yeah, could have been that.
N+, I like that a lot. And then another one that it's almost like a gay game to admit that you like, but Marble Blast Ultra on the Xbox. Mm-hmm. Fuck, that's such a great game. But I like that for a completely different reason, I think. It's not retard hard, it's just It's like self-improvement, time score, whatever. Okay, this stuff's all irrelevant. Okay. We got 3 people in here. That's good enough.
You get the goods.
Yes, yeah. I'm probably going to upload this to the YouTube channel, because why not capitalize on children death? Yeah.
Chilling.
Max has been a mod since a long time, and the first day we modded him, he banned someone, so watch your tongue. And besides Minecraft, Terraria, and Don't Starve just recently. There's probably plenty more survival games, but...
yeah, that's like a huge... if you want to, like... Oh, fuck. Never mind.
I know there's tons more. Like, Minecraft led the brigade on that. There's ridiculous amounts now. Those are just the ones that I know. So, Don't Starve is more of a survival game. Terraria, you don't have to worry about food or water or anything like that.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, check into that. Anyways, main topic. You guys probably already know. 20-some kids died today. 27 in school shooting.
It was better when you
Connecticut.
didn't say 27 and just said 20-some, because it made it sound like you just didn't care that much. 20-something.
I don't know about child death.
I don't even know if children count as full people. So, do they?
That's something that I actually want to bring up. Are child deaths more important than adult deaths?
No, not at all. But people want to think so because it seems way more like innocent. You killed a child.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, it's easier to kill a child.
I can just hip fire.
You can drop a child on its head and it'll die.
Mm-hmm.
I can't beat up. I can maybe kill like.
Well, I mean,
5% of the population.
Like, what have those children brought into society so far?
What have they done, bro?
Yeah.
Show me the work.
I just feel like it's a late term abortion, but I don't know.
Which you should be able to do up to 16 years old. It's kind of like a reset button.
Oh, starting this good. This is so great. Jesus, people are going to think we're going to hate children.
I don't want them to die, but I don't like them that much.
Oh, yeah, I really don't like children.
You telling me you've never been at, like, a mall and some kid was yelling and you had a thought in your head about that kid dying?
Mm-hmm.
Never happened? Pretty sure it has, so...
Like he wanted a snack from the snack machine and he's rattling it.
Fuck up.
And it might just, like, fall on him or something.
Or they're walking near you and around you, and you're like, I don't know what to do. I'm not allowed to hit them. Excuse me. Oh, they don't talk because they're fucking inbred.
You can't talk to their parents, so... Because then they're just like, you don't fucking tell me how to raise my kids! But anyways, also, there was another 20 number stabbings of children in China, which people don't give a shit about because it's fucking China, the American way, as it should be.
As you should, exactly. We're just more important.
Yeah. But there's an interesting contrast that people are already bringing up, obviously. The incident in China, the guy had, I don't know, some stabbing weapon, machete, knife, I don't know. I don't know the specifics. As opposed to the guy in Connecticut who actually had guns. I don't know. I, once again, don't know specifics. I just know that he had...
Yeah, China, he had, it doesn't say in this article, but he had, a knife.
A knife, okay.
Knife.
And something interesting to bring up about both of those, the guns pretty much killed everyone, and the knives didn't kill anyone. People were injured. 20-some were injured, not killed, though. Which brings up the topic of, like, gun control and all that jazz, which I hate when people instantly are like, let's just not talk about it right now. Let's just not talk about it. We got to mourn first. And it's like, dude, this is kind of an important, pressing matter. You can't just, like, keep pushing it off and, like, hope it'll just go away or something like that. And I feel like that's a really constructive way to deal with it, to try to think about it and try to think of solutions, as opposed to, let's just mourn for right now. We just got to mourn. We got to focus on this. We got to mourn. Like,
like, I don't know the statistics, like, let's say in the last 50 years, but it does seem to be it seems to be becoming a little more, like, it does occur more often in the last, like, 5 years than the last 15? Is that, like, once again, I'm totally no research, just from what I'm remembering of, like, school shootings and, like,
I think
does that seem, like, accurate?
There's
like,
an article on...
30 years ago, was this a big issue?
I think it was still happening,
relevant.
but I don't think it was as frequent.
Okay, we just didn't have the internet for people to find out, so...
Yeah, it could be, who knows. I'm trying to find this one article, because it's...
last major was 19... What does major mean?
Okay, here. Wow, of the 12 deadliest shooting attacks in U.S. history, 6 have occurred since 2007.
Okay, yeah. See, there. Back it up, bro. That's right.
Boom. Here's a link. Gonna link this just because you guys get to see them as well.
One like the one... So wait, like the Virginia Tech, that didn't, like, count? So what's the threshold for
Virginia
major?
Tech was number 1 with a bullet.
Okay. Oh.
Sorry. This is dark
while,
humor,
bro.
alright? This is dark humor. Just roll with it.
Yeah, dude, I didn't remember that Virginia Tech was 30.
Yeah, I didn't remember that either, actually.
I thought it was, like, 15.
That just seems... The way they word... the way they have 9 tied, it sounds like they're going for a high score. That seems to be in poor taste.
It does say tied.
That's weird, right?
That's awesome. Ugh. And yeah. Does the shooter count to that tiebreaker? Neither of the shooters killed themselves. Damn it.
Yeah, see.
Dude, this is an intense thing. It has, like, a lot of these have, like, hey, bro, here's all the guns we used.
Statistics, yeah.
One for University of Texas has, like, fucking M4s and shotguns and, like, Jesus. I mean, yeah, wow, that's ridiculous. Anyway.
Wow, that was the number 2 as well. That's crazy. I didn't even know it was up that high.
Mm-hmm.
But, anyways, this brings up the topic of gun control and everything, which we've talked about before, but I think it's a little more relevant now. And there's been points made that I kind of want to address as well. Psychological evaluation needs to start happening before you get a gun.
We got to figure something out.
Yeah, we do, and you're just quoting Joe Rogan.
Yes.
But,
dude,
like,
I said there's 5 words. How's that a quote?
You paraphrase.
Slack, bro.
But there's things that we can do definitely to prevent. I'm not saying that we need to illegalize all guns or anything like that, because it's too late. It's way too late to do that. So many people have guns in the U.S., it's too late. You can't just ban them.
The war on guns would be the war on drugs, and it would be probably pretty useless.
Yeah. It needs to just be... there needs to be more stipulations and stuff set up around it. Like, isn't there still states where you can buy a gun straight up? Like, right now, if I drove to a specific state, no notice, no anything, just bought a gun, could I have it?
There's definitely... Yeah, there's definitely states where it's like licensing and shit and all kinds of stuff. But there's definitely states where you just have to do, like, something as simple as get you would get, like... Yeah, there's easier ways to do it. I'm not totally aware. I know Canada's process is quite a bit more stringent. Mm-hmm. It takes more time. There's tons of documents. There's, like, almost like references or people who have to sign for you. Which in turn, once again, I don't know all the stats, but there generally doesn't seem to be a whole lot of gun shootings in Canada. Mm-hmm. Also, because it's not really as legal to own a gun.
Yeah. I mean, right there, shouldn't that kind of make people think and be like, hey, it fucking works up there? Or, like, Australia is another instance where they cut down, I think, on handguns or something. They legalized something, and there's been, like, an insane, drastic reduction of deaths and everything. But it's harder. I can understand why, because it's harder to smuggle things in there. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's a fucking island, so it's... Yeah. we got like Mexico and well Canada. We're not gonna like be fucking running some serious operations up there.
You think it's the greatest cover.
Yeah. Yeah, super polite Canadians just coming down. Oh, hey, we're just coming down to see the, I don't know
what I goddamn sound like? Is that what you're doing?
Heidi-ho, neighbor.
What am I, from fucking Malaysia? Jeez. Oh, that's terrible. No, but, like, it seems to be the same bullshit thing that America looks at when they look at healthcare too, where everyone's fucking pissed off and looks at other countries and go, yeah, universal healthcare seems to be working in other countries, but like now that it's kind of like now that we're trying something, I know it's controversial, but everyone's fucking pissed at that shit. Yeah. So I would presume anything that got put in place for guns, even if it statistically did like improve things, and fucking government, take my rights away.
I think you need to get. Because you're walking like a really fine line between people feeling like, oh, it's going to infringe my rights and everything. Because, like, I'm thinking of, like, if there was, like, you got a license to carry a gun and you had to renew that license every year, couple years, whatever.
3 days.
Every 3 days. Took a new psychological evaluation. But on the time, on like the day of whenever you were going to renew it, you have to pass a psychological evaluation. You have to like, but is that gonna? Here's something else. Are these people like, the people that do it? Are they so sick to the point that somebody could tell instantly? What if they just put on a really good front and?
It's also the wonder, or the like devil's advocate. It's also the wonder if like a lot of people are going to be hit. One, a lot of people are just be like, oh, this is another way for the government to tax us and take money by charging me all these fucking fees to do all your stupid shit things just to have a gun. But on the same wavelength, like, cars are pretty fucking dangerous. A lot of retards can get behind cars. You literally just have to get your license once in your life, and then you can just fucking operate a motor vehicle forever. You can go out, you just get one license, then if you have shitloads of money, you can go buy a car that can go way too goddamn fast and drive it. And there's no laws against that. And like, I'm first of all would be the one to say that that's probably retarded too. I mean, I don't want to go and have to renew my goddamn license every year just to prove I can drive. Because I think a lot of people will say that with guns, too, because they'll be like, I'm responsible. Why do I need to fucking do this every single year just to prove to you that I'm not going to shoot somebody?
I feel like it's a bit different, though. I understand there's a lot of car fatalities, but that's just because everyone has cars. And I guess, yeah.
It's what to do in the name of safety, because you could always be safer. Like, there has to be some ground. You could always be safer, and you could always be no guns, period. You could always be, well, yeah, it would be safer if we actually had to drive all cars 30 miles per hour, and that was the top speed limit. Like, I'm pretty sure you could figure out factually that would end up being safer. No shit.
Yeah.
There has to be guns. We found somewhere with cars where it's like, okay, here's reasonable speeds where it seems like we can drive this, it's efficient. There's got to be somewhere with guns that is between completely legal, where people can just then shoot people, or where it's like, no, bro, nobody can have them except for cops, and then the cops just shoot you.
Which is good. For when the uprising happens,
we
won't
like,
have any guns.
People say that. That actually, like, to me is like, I kind of want to agree with people who take that stand where it's like, dude, like, when the government is slowly stripping away all our shit, it would be nice to be packing when they want to kill us all.
Yeah.
I want to buy that for some reason.
I do too. I don't know why.
I don't know if that's stupid. But
it seems like a feasible thing for whatever reason. Yeah, it doesn't seem that far-fetched. You're just like, yeah, that might be able to happen.
Fucking assholes. Yeah, no kidding.
But I'm never going to buy a gun, so it doesn't even matter.
I would be afraid of shooting myself for sure. Dude, reasonable people shoot themselves in the dick all the time.
Yeah.
I'm sure I could be
right in the dick. Another discrepancy between cars and guns, though, is guns' sole purpose is to kill, regardless of if it's for hunting or whatever else, person, I guess. But like car has another purpose to get you places and everything like that. Knives, they have purposes to cut meat up with and fucking vegetables and everything, so you don't choke on food while you're trying to eat a huge glob of it.
Fucking that, yeah, it's only a problem in gluttonous countries like ours. So
yeah.
Fair. Yeah, there's no... Guns literally have... I almost used the word violence. That sounds terrible. Killing things, whatever it would be, and I guess if you want to say fun. Hey, bro, I'm shooting a target. It's fun, like that. And good for you. I'm sure that's fun. I can imagine having a gun in your hand and firing it probably feels pretty macho and empowering.
Probably does, yeah.
It probably makes your dick hard.
Yeah.
Cool with that.
Probably why everyone does it.
Exactly. I'm missing out. Maybe I should just fire one before I have an opinion.
I just want to fire it next to my hard dick, and then...
Not at my hard dick.
No.
Careful. All right.
But another thing that people would bring up, which is, it's a decent point, and this is, I think, one of the only decent points. It's, well, if he wouldn't use a gun, what if he would somehow make like homemade explosives or something like that, which would cause greater amount of deaths and everything like that. But at the same time, making homemade explosives is first off incredibly dangerous. I think it's way harder as well. There's a chance that they're not going to work. I know in the Columbine shootings, they had explosives, didn't work because they were shitty at making explosives. So I don't know. I don't feel like most people would know what to do in the first place, and sure. I feel like this is. I don't know. Once again, I don't know enough about this. I don't know enough about the killings in general, but I feel like this is probably like an impulse thing. Was it planned out? Does anybody know if it was like, yeah, I'm gonna do that?
I think there's a percentage of fucked up people who you probably. They're the controllable that you can't change. They're probably going to do whatever they're going to do. The only way of dealing with that is probably some crazy other angle that we haven't thought about. I agree, though, that you'd have to be able to get rid of some of the impulse people, some of the accidental things. There's just no way you could. There's no way that wouldn't be true.
Yeah. And people make it seem like, oh, dude, you could just get it in the black market. Like, let's see you go get a gun from the black market, man. Where are you even going to start? Where are you going to start with that? And if there is such a vast black market for guns, or at least it would uprise as if guns were made completely illegal, couldn't cops crack down on that? Like, wouldn't that be a majority of where their time is spent, like, handling that? And wouldn't that be a better use for them than wasting time on, like, prosecuting kids for drugs or like small traffic violations, stuff like that? Like, that seems like a way better use of their time as opposed to fucking, you smoked some weed, bro. Sorry. That's fucking year in prison, bro.
We just can't find the underground drug
the czar.
We just can't find it, bro.
Yeah.
So
you think they would be able to run a sting? But like, no, of course not. That's impossible. You can't run a sting.
Yeah, you raise it. Like, I feel like you would have to. Okay, maybe the easiest like illegal thing you could find is a drug dealer. So then you'd have to find who your drug dealer gets his drugs from, and then you'd have to find
keep climbing,
who that guy gets his drugs from.
And you have to hope
that guy
that you asking wouldn't just kill you on the spot.
That guy may have a gun, and then you could be like, "Hey, bro, where'd you get your gun?" "Oh, I purchased it at a hunting store." "Fuck you! Damn it!" You don't know how much
there wasn't even a wait. I didn't even have to wait. I just did it.
Well, fuck. Yeah, maybe we just know the wrong people. Clearly.
Yeah. But yeah, I still think there's things that that could be done. Once again, I'm not talking about an outright ban just because that's impossible. I also think mental illness should be something that is tested for just on regular, scheduled, like, fucking medical examinations. Because they never, like, question anything when you go to a medical professional, like, as a kid growing up or anything like that. I don't remember any questions like, hey, fucking, so did your dad rape you when you were a kid? No? Okay, well.
No one ever asked me, so...
Like, I feel like that could just be a part of an update or examination on you as a person. It should just be involved in that. Like, you get your shots, and then you're asked some psychological questions. And I guess it would have to be, like... Would it have to be intense? I don't know. I don't know if it would have to be like, did your dad rape you? Because that's a bit intense.
Well, yeah.
And you can repress that.
Yes, he did. Unfortunately, you can't own a gun.
Guess what?
My fault. Oh, just saying.
There's a possibility, bro. Just saying. There's
I don't know the solution.
Yeah. There's also this is another point that people were bringing up that I think's at least decently valid. And it might hinder some future killings. I don't know. I have no idea. But supposedly, psychologists and everybody, and like psychiatrists, all that shit, by broadcasting the killer's image, killer's like everything, just constantly, which is going to be happening over the next however long, that's a bad thing to do because it just encourages more people to want that because it's fame and infamy are pretty close in that regard because you're still going to get famous. It's not going to be in a good way, but that's what you might have wanted in the first place. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know if he was just looking on like revenge for his mom and dad, which I don't even know what.
That's what's so crazy. We don't know like anything because we don't fucking do any research or care at all.
No, we're just talking about us.
Yeah, sorry. No, not us. No. Like, not that like the government, because this is the weird thing. Like, it's some good idea to have like some sort of background on people who want to have guns. But on the same wave, like nobody wants the government to know any fucking thing about them because it seems like an invasion of privacy. Mm-hmm. So I don't know how you find any line to draw where like you have to give the government all this information, but then you're like, hey, bro, this is bullshit. Like, I don't want the government to know that my dad raped me, which is fair. I guess you don't get to own a gun. Oh man, like I have no fix for whatever it would be. That's way too intense.
There's there's a happy medium, at least for the blaring of his image and everything. People still want answers, and I can understand that. They want to know what happened, why did he do this, stuff like that.
Yeah.
All you got to do, blur the picture, blur the name, and then go from there. Like, just talk about upbringing, talk about potential problems that arose, everything like that. Because you solve two things. He technically isn't famous because you don't know who it is. I feel like the name would still leak out eventually, and then people
the internet
they'd find an image or something. But I'd like to see if they just did that for like the next big shooting. If they just they kept that low key, would that do anything?
Question. Not that I know anything about this or know if this is anything that you can even do. Can you somebody does this, do you get to autopsy that guy? Like, can you cut him open and look I don't know what you could look at his brain to find out.
Especially post-death, yeah.
But, can they do anything and are they allowed? I know at least, a big thing they do or have looked at is, a lot of football players. When they die and they fucking do, CAT scans, whatever, or their brain, they find out that, half these dudes have brains of, fucking 80-year-old men because they've been hit in the head way too many fucking times.
Yeah.
Is there anything they can do looking at people like this and being like, hey, this is something that's abnormal, or hey, maybe we could recognize, like, if that exists, we could recognize this earlier on. Not that your brain gets scanned as a kid and they go, hey, bro, you got a fucking fucked up brain, so guess we get to neuter you. I guess that's it. But that might not even be possible at all. I don't know anything about neuro fucking chemistry. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I don't know. You think they'd be able to tell at least something, maybe? Maybe some part of the brain's enlarged, or...
I wouldn't think anyone's defending that guy as to science. Or people like, no, don't even cut his brain open.
No.
Let him rot. He's rotten in hell.
No, because it would offer potential, like...
fix, and isn't that what you'd think people want?
Yeah. Yeah, if we discovered, like, a pill that made killers not kill...
could cure it. Yeah.
That'd be such a fucking liability, though. If they didn't take their pill for a week, and then they're just like, well, time to kill, I forgot.
Yeah, because we didn't test it well enough, and actually when you don't take it, the withdrawal symptoms are 50,000 times worse than the original feelings you had. So, sorry about that.
That'd be awful.
We fucked it really hard. Plus all we need is more. It's just pharmaceutical companies make a fucking shitload of money off that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, bros, everyone needs to be taking it. You're all murderers. Well, I guess they said we were murderers, so gotta take the pill. I don't know anything else yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know.
The only other thing on that topic is just the ridiculousness across the board of people's reactions.
He's gonna burn in hell. There's a special place in hell for him.
Yeah, which are everything from, like, fucking just way aggressive things. And I understand that, I guess you're upset.
Mm-hmm.
And I just always kind of want to know realistically how upset people are and how much you're saying what you feel like you should be saying.
My little sister today, I told her about it because she didn't know, because it happened at like 2 o'clock, I think, at least my time. So it's kind of like I don't think enough people knew about it at that time. Nobody at the school knew about it. Maybe the school didn't even want to tell the kids to worry them. But I told my sister, she fucking brushed it off like nothing. She's like, oh, okay. And then just, like, went upstairs, did whatever.
Dude,
and then
your sister checked out, bro.
My mom talked about it, too, and she's like, I'm not from Connecticut. And I was just like, oh,
it's
shit.
Like, okay, it's something
that sounds like me. That's really harsh and cold.
You can hear and feel, like, I don't want to hear that.
Of course not, no.
I don't want...
But what do? Do you mourn people you don't know?
People generally take this, like, I'm horrified by this. Like, I don't... Really? Are you? Like, I don't want to call your bluff or whatever, but it's kind of, in a lot of cases, just seems like, especially when you're posting about it on your social networking, it seems more like you just want to say what you're supposed to say.
Look how good of a person I am. I'm very caring, and I care about things.
Realistically...
And once again, let's talk about, like, the complete negligence of any response to the China incident. No one cared.
So,
granted, it's different, but still, fucking kids were injured with knives.
I feel like, yeah, and why wouldn't most people just take the side where they don't care about anything because it's not relevant? I can totally see that side. That's a pretty good reason why I don't think it's that much of a bother to me, because it's just not...
Yeah. There's too many people to care about everyone.
It happened in my dumb life. If no one told me about this, my dumb life would continue, and it wouldn't have changed a single thing.
Exactly.
My universe is exactly the same still. Like, so I want to believe people when they're like,
that they're genuinely
mortified. I'm horrified. I truly am saddened, and it's like, Are you? You're so sad that you needed and had
wrote
to
on
post
Facebook.
On Facebook. Is that like really
Yeah,
the kind of what's going on? Like,
I can't buy it because I think so differently. I think so differently. I'm super cold, callous towards that. I feel no empathy. I feel like a slight amount of empathy, just enough because I'm like, oh, I heard people die. That sucks. I don't want to hear that people died,
good.
But I don't know any of these people, and they don't matter. They don't mean anything to me because I don't know them.
Yeah.
Unless maybe that's just the current way things are going in terms of
it's just like
society. Everyone, they're shutting themselves off more, maybe, and they care less and less about people. And I don't know. I don't know what that is.
It's weird because nobody understands death or what happens when you die.
Mm-hmm.
But it's way more horrifying that people die like abruptly than when people just die from being old or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I guess because there is a difference to it, but at the end of the day, people are just dead now. Like, so what does that even mean, or what's the difference? Like,
take it before the time, bro.
I don't want to make the argument that getting shot in the face is good, but I don't know if living in agony and dying when you're old because you're shitting yourself constantly is any better. Nobody feels.
There's a lot of dignity in that, dude.
Nobody feels any empathy for, just like Alzheimer's right there, for people who live the last 10 years of their life. They can't remember who their fucking loved ones are because their memories their brain's fried.
Yeah.
No one feels that. Well, they do, but it's nowhere near the level of someone getting shot.
Yeah.
So I don't get, I'm more on the side where you are, but I don't know what you're like.
How do you react to that? Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like a lot of the reactions are just societal
pressure ones. Yeah, I completely get that too.
This is what society says we're supposed to feel about something like
that. Yeah, because if you have to respond to that all the time, then you better do that, or else you seem like it just seems like it's bullshit then. Because there's deaths all the time.
Yeah. You just mourn 24/7.
Yeah, you gotta mourn all the time. You gotta society places a higher value on gun deaths. Okay, well then let's talk about in the Congo. Let's talk about fucking all the places that there's just shit happening. Fucking famines, fucking I don't know. Let alone just the same day, China happened having the stabbings and stuff.
Yeah.
And there's fucking no recognition on at least our American friends. I haven't seen any recognition of that. And if you care about all life, then you're gonna fucking say something about that too. And don't just tell me the same landmass is a relative thing. That's bullshit. That's fucking bullshit. If you lived a block away from the place, okay, I can understand. That's relative because it's really close to you. And you probably knew people there. If you know people there, that's fine as well, and you feel horrible and everything. But if you don't know anybody there, and you don't know anybody who's getting killed in the Congo, what's the difference? The fact that I went to school.
There's no difference. They're not white. Is it racist?
It could be. I don't know.
Yo, bro, they're not white, so I don't care.
Maybe not even racism, just
not
patriotism, Americanism, whatever.
It's elitism, or whatever you're for.
Elitism, exactly.
But I almost don't. I don't believe that you should. I almost believe you should feel nothing. Period. Because I don't want to hold you accountable to feel shitty about everything bad. You almost should just not care at all. That's horrible. I don't want to say that, but
well, I mean, I don't think emotions are even that good, logically speaking. Mm-hmm. I don't think they help, to be honest. They hinder, if anything. And I don't know if we're moving away from being emotional. That's kind of what it seems like, maybe. Just because of how I personally feel towards this where I'm kind of like, yeah, it sucks, but I don't know any of these kids. Why would I? I don't
exactly.
care. It's not relative to me.
Mm-hmm.
Other than the fact that we are both humans and one of us used to live. That's
maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know.
They might not have even had conscious thoughts yet. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I really don't think emotions are logically sound, though. They seem to hinder, if anything.
I think that's fair, for sure.
Yeah.
It's
Acting out of anger is normally stupid, because it's always... I shouldn't say it's always, but it's normally ill thought out, very impulsive, aggressive. It's normally stupid. Acting out of fear is normally stupid as well, just because it's based on you either don't know enough about something, you don't, whatever. Sadness, what does that do? That doesn't even help you cope, to be honest.
No.
Crying doesn't help you cope. It makes
worse.
you feel worse. Like, scientifically, that makes you feel worse. You want to cry more, and it doesn't help you get over things. It's, yeah, I don't know. I don't think emotions are good. But at the same time, we have them, so I don't know if we're supposed to employ them or what.
Mm-hmm.
This is just, this whole thing's turning into, well, I don't know.
Yeah,
There's these things, and
exactly.
I don't know.
Exactly.
Here's some guns, and here's some I don't know. Maybe good, maybe bad, I don't know.
I have to remain in the middle. I'm sorry.
There needs to be a good argument for either side.
There isn't. When I get presented one, I'll steal it and present it. But
Joe Rogan retweeted some stuff, actually, that I want to talk about. These things happen in China, but with knives, not guns. Crazy people are the problem, not the tools they use. Tools they use are definitely part of the problem. It's stupid to completely turn the other cheek and be like, oh, tools don't even matter. Fucking, who are you going to kill quicker with a gun or a knife? And how easy is it to kill with a gun as opposed to a knife?
Mm-hmm.
Come on. There's obviously a difference there, and the fact that you're demeaning it is quite stupid.
Does everything contribute to... Is everything like a partial tool? Like,
I don't see guns as a tool.
No, sorry. No, not a tool. Tool towards your murder. So if those contribute, like, obviously every experience in your life that has contributed to you doing this. Do violence in video games contribute, Garrett?
Yep.
You played something violent and then did something violent. You can't tell me that those two don't correlate. So
Hitler watched a lot of violent video games.
He
watched them. He just watched them. He didn't even play them.
I feel bad for people who own guns who aren't assholes. I feel bad that now you're gonna
Does
get.
That exist?
I feel that's good.
Because all of them, that's like their first reaction. They care more about their gun protection than they do about people's lives.
Fair.
Like, fuck, that's irrelevant.
Mm-hmm.
My gun is mine, bro. I fucking shoot things.
Exactly.
It's such like a polarizing thing too, man. Everybody, it's actually kind of funny too, because when I'm looking at when people were just finding out about it, there's still like really positive tweets in between. Hey, just woke up to a nice Sunday or whatever day it is, Friday. Great Friday morning.
Nice Sunday. You're awesome, Jared. Oh, I love you.
I don't know what fucking day it is.
Bro, it could have been like... You guys remember that shooting in February?
Days are irrelevant.
That's pretty.
But it's just it's a great contrast You'll just see the, like, saddest thing. Oh, fucking kids died today. Ah, great Sunday! Friday, not Sunday.
I don't know.
Great Sunday! It's not even Sunday, but it's a good one. I can tell.
He said, which is interesting because people do take this. Pro-gun people think everyone should be armed to prevent these things. I have no idea where that argument comes from. Everyone wants to present that. Hey, bro, we need to have people who are good with guns so that we can stop the bad people with guns. I don't know if that makes any sense at all. People always want to do this, like, because everyone wants to be a fucking hero. Everyone wants to be the guy who is strapped to the heels and conceals a weapon so he can go shoot somebody who did something wrong.
Yeah.
That can't be right.
The fact that you're carrying a concealed weapon, that's weird, man. That's a really weird space. You're like, I'm itching to use this. That's what it seems like to me. You're like, I'm right on the edge at any time. If somebody reaches into their trench coat and they pull out something, I'm going to shoot them.
I'm going to fucking rape them.
Yeah.
Like,
it seems,
that seems like
on the
such
edge.
An extreme thing.
That tweet, it's too generalizing. Anti-gun people think that guns are the problem. No, they don't. They think it's part of the problem, I think, for the most part.
I just want to see that earlier situation as a domino effect, where, like, 80 people just shoot each other, because they all are going to... Because, like, dude sees a guy with a gun, pulls his gun to shoot that guy. Another dude sees the guy who's pulling his gun to shoot the guy, and is like, that's a dude pulling his gun to shoot somebody. That could be a never-ending scenario of just everyone killing each other.
That'd be great to watch in an action movie.
How do you... Yeah, like, okay, when I say that, it sounds ridiculous.
Yeah.
It sounds like, oh, you're going to pull your gun to shoot someone who's... But that's because you don't fucking know. People just do this thing where they want to pull their gun and shoot somebody because they see someone else doing something that they, in their quick haste, think is bad. Whereas, like, how the fuck can you know? Like, or how the fuck do you get to make that decision? Everyone wants to this bullshit about playing God, but it's too cool to play God when you're, like, getting to be a hero or whatever it is. Hey, bro, I just fucking shot him. I didn't care. He's dead now because he was...
I didn't ask any questions, so he could have been the innocent one. I don't know. Another thing, even people who are, like, super pro-guns, or at least, well, some people who are super pro-guns, even commented on the Colorado theater shooting, and they said that, no, that people with guns wouldn't have helped that scenario. It would have made things worse.
Why the fuck would it?
There's tear gas, and if you're shooting blindly, you're going to cause extra death. That environment right there, it doesn't always help that everybody has a gun. I mean, like, unless the fucking teller, if he even... Did he buy a ticket? Or did he just walk in?
That fuck? He probably didn't even buy a ticket. There's a special place for those fuckers.
Taking up a seat in a packed theater. But, like...
To be fair, he did make some empty seats then, so...
Yeah.
This just reminds me that we had a friend. This is like exactly the situation where we know somebody who fucking asked that on Facebook.
Shot people.
What form do I fill out in order to get my conceal and carry permit?
Yeah.
Like, no one should ever be asking that. Why? So you can carry it to be the hero or protect yourself.
It's too intense, man.
Ugh.
But at the same time, there's not cops everywhere, so you're kind of like, well, I don't know.
We should have all children strapped to the gills with guns, because then they could just kill that guy.
There you go, yeah.
It's my solution.
And luckily, that won't fuck them up permanently.
Because kids aren't psychopathic.
And they're really short, so it's tough to aim down that low.
Agreed.
And they're really cute, so you got to get around the cute factor.
And I mean, what? They're not gonna. They're barely even powerful enough to pull the trigger. So I think the accidents are gonna get cut down, right?
Gonna just like kick back into their face,
smash their brain.
Yeah.
So, man, I don't know. This seems ridiculous. If this is legitimately how it works, Some dude to that question I just asked. Go to your courthouse, fill out some application, pay $25. It's good for 5 years if you get one.
Wait, sorry, what?
If legitimately the process for getting a concealed weapon permit is you pay $25 and you fill out an application, that for sure something fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
That might be bullshit. Someone just might be an idiot. But if you can literally just go, hey, bro, here's my money, and here's my stuff. I'm just carrying this gun now. I don't have a reason. You should have to supply a reason that a jury or board of 45 people can't find a legitimate reason to say no to you.
Yeah.
And the 45 people, one of them's me. So it's going to be pretty fucking difficult. But
it's really tough. Like a hole in one of my ideas is the whole just with whenever your regular medical checkup is to have a psychological evaluation. Mm-hmm. Like after you're 18, you never go to the doctor unless you're sick. Never.
Fucking suck.
Like, I mean, I guess if, like, once, like, a universal healthcare system would be implemented, maybe then you could have, like, you get incentives or something like that if you actually do get checkups.
No, I get universal healthcare, and I still, just when I'm sick, I'm like, I'll just suck it up. I don't use it at all.
Yeah.
It's too much of a nuisance to go and spend my time.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't. I'm kind of making a joke. I haven't been realistically sick not realistically, sick enough that I would see someone in a long enough time that I'm making that statement. Not because I actually think it's a nuisance, but a lot of a perk of universal healthcare is we have these things around which are just called walk-in clinics, basically. Mm-hmm. Where it's just there's a whole bunch of doctors that work there. You walk in, you get a number. It's not like your family doctor, but you can just go in there, tell them what's up. It's generally not for it's severe things. It's not oh, you're gonna go to the emergency room or whatever. You got your flu, you got sore, whatever. You can go there. They are gonna diagnose you and write you a prescription for whatever that kind of thing. So that's awesome. But because of universal healthcare and everyone can just do that, those places generally suck. Mm-hmm. The lines aren't good. The service you get isn't very good because it's quick. You don't really know. A while ago I had, it's a long time, 5 years ago I had this weird, I would say it's I don't remember what it was called. It was a mono-like virus. Mm-hmm. So I went there and I 3 different times because I went there. They gave me some stuff, whatever. I was the pain's too incredibly bad. I can't. So you just go and you deal with a different doctor every time, too. So some of the perks suck. They're not all that great. But you can obviously go to your regular family doctor. But then another thing that people don't fully understand about universal health care is the things, obviously, that aren't covered that is what people would want. You get surgery and stuff, all the things, all my sister's rehab from her back surgery, chiropractor appointments, physiotherapists, none of that's fucking covered.
Really?
You just pay out the gills for that.
Jesus.
So, and obviously, your basic things that, I know, dentist work and those type of things aren't considered doctor, but, obviously those aren't covered. Or, that. It would be, if you could ever get to a system where you could actually truly keep yourself in good condition for free, then it would be tremendous, but, yeah, it's... sorry. I don't know where I was going with that or what the fuck.
You're just talking about universal health care.
What was the point of that?
You don't even use it that much?
Yeah, sorry. Whatever that was from, sorry.
I was just trying to state, if there was incentives to go get evaluated every couple years or whatever.
That's true. Yeah, I think a lot of... it's just the matter of...
Because people could just avoid that. They could just not go, and then...
If you were to dodge those incentives, do people come to your house and confiscate your guns?
That seems too intense.
And then I feel like that people would just kill the person coming to confiscate.
Well, then their gun's definitely going to get confiscated.
We just got to find a way to get it.
Okay. Just nuke their house. Small nuke.
Just resort to bombs. I'm not going in there. He's got a gun.
Fucking will nuke him, bro.
Way simpler that way.
Another thing about the whole explosives argument as to how they could be more dangerous. I know nothing about explosives. Can they be made from household cleaners, stuff like that?
I don't really know. I always hear that.
I always hear that too, but that could be complete bullshit.
You don't want to
like a lot of surface level stuff like that you hear, but you do no research on. It's normally bullshit. That sounds like it could be bullshit. I don't know though. I know cleaning liquid has flammable liquid in it and stuff.
Yeah,
so like
you can make napalm.
You can make a basic form of napalm, but how do you even how do you spray that over an entire place?
You need some sort of flamethrower to throw it around.
Yeah, you need some weird device and hope that it doesn't go back in the device itself and blow up.
I would think like the not giving out tips on terrorism. I think the easiest thing would be like, hey bro, let's get some gasoline. You could spread that and light something on fire. That's about the best.
Yeah. But that's a really slow thing normally.
Yeah, that's the best you could think of.
And you'd see somebody, you'd be like, what the fuck's he doing, bro?
He's spraying gasoline around. Because you have to carry gasoline in that big red barrel thing, handle thing.
He doesn't even change that. He just keeps it the same.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, he's only got one can, too. What does he think he's going to burn with that?
Yeah, you, put it into, 50 different Breeze bottles, and you just spray it really lightly. Yeah, bro, I'm just spraying the area a lot.
It doesn't smell like Febreze. It's a new smell.
It's a new smell. It's not good.
But it's Febreze, so you know.
So it's working.
Yeah,
I don't.
But yeah, like that. I don't know how easy it is to make explosives. I know none of that. And making a basic napalm it doesn't seem efficient at all. Because you'd have to aim it at the people. I don't know. And then people make it seem like getting like explosives like a C4 or something like that. That's a common thing. That's another thing that I'm just like, that sounds like such bullshit. Everyone thinks, oh no, you can get that black market, bro. How the fuck do you know so much about the black market and what it carries? They just have C4 laying around. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro. It's and the other thing is if you could just buy these things on the black market, so what would C4 be reasonably priced? It's $38 for a stick.
If you buy two, you get one free.
It wouldn't cost you $8,000 for that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
No, bro. You can just get it for cheaps on the cheaps.
Yeah.
So, dude, yeah, I'm gonna buy a whole case then.
This is
I'll
great.
just blow some extra stuff up that I wasn't planning on blowing up.
Man, this is my lucky day.
They have Door Crusher Black Friday deals and shit. Yeah, bro, we gotta get rid of
everything must go.
Oh man, I love it. Yeah, that's ridiculous. But because that's the cool thing to say. Yeah, bro, it could be.
They'd still find it's such an easy argument to make.
Yeah, you could get it, bro.
They'd still find a way. I can understand that for drugs, because drugs are really small and normally powder form, whatever. You can smuggle that up your dick hole if you need to.
Store my weed in my dick hole.
It hurts.
And then I just blow myself and light it on fire.
I make that a pipe. It's actually just a pipe. I've hollowed my balls out and I put liquid in there.
I knew you were gonna say that. Oh, just light them. They're charred as shit. It hurts a lot.
They already look charred in the first place, so it's fair. It's fair. Drugs are way easier to smuggle because they're smaller. I mean,
but regardless, why is making something harder to get not better still?
Yeah, still exactly. That should still outweigh the negative whatever black market uprising.
The fact that I don't.
Once again, not talking about complete illegalization. Mm-hmm. There's got to be some type of regimented barriers or something though, because the guns are too ridiculous. They're too ridiculous. You can kill too easily with a gun. That's the main problem. It's an easy thing to get a hold of, and you can kill with it very effectively, quickly, efficiently, everything. So.
Yeah, let alone I don't think ammunition costs very much. I don't know, but I don't think ammunition's like. I would
just do the Chris Rock method where you make a bullet cost like $10,000.
Exactly.
That guy deserved it, probably.
I think you could buy like 50 bullets for less than $50, right? I would think they're like not much at all, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to Google how much does a bullet cost. Bullet sounds the same in every language.
Prime Minister's going to show up at your house. What the fuck?
How much does a typical bullet cost? About 25 cents a round.
You could even save money with that.
Murder a village of people with, a couple hours of work.
Yeah. And seemingly the only way to prevent that would be to have another gun.
I'm fucking
It's
retarded.
it's the fucking Cuban Missile Crisis.
That's like good ammo. Like, this is like, you can buy shit handgun ammo. Some people are saying around 5 cents a round.
Oh.
So congratulations, it got
nice.
Cheaper.
So glad it's really cheap.
You could buy like enough to kill, I would think, 100 people for like $15-20.
Yeah.
That's the consensus.
And if there's no if no one charges you or anything, you could easily kill them all. So
maybe you should only be able to possess a certain amount of bullets. We've decided that the average home break-in is 3 people, and you should be allowed to shoot each of them twice.
6 bullets, there you go, yeah. That's your allotment.
People would be like, bro, what if 27 people break in my house?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's got a point.
You gotta line them up. People. That's what you need to do.
Because we're not going to see those dudes coming in, like, a bus.
No, they took separate cars. They were really silent.
Yeah. Oh, man. That would be, that's not good. I'm making jokes on things that are just...
No, it's fine. Dude, we just talked about child death and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I think we've lost everybody who's even listening at this point. Do we even have a viewer? Peachy's still apparently in here. I can't believe that.
Super heavy.
But, yeah. Fucking guns and kids.
It's another thing if we just didn't have children.
And I think, could it ever be argued that if guns never existed in the first place, that would be a positive thing? Could that even be argued? Because how have they helped? I mean, hunting, whatever.
But hunting's become bullshit now. Actually hunted, like, if we actually hunted, like, more on a, like, naturistic level that was a little more, I don't want to say morally, whatever you want to say. If we hunted the way people say you should, like we would go out and we'd kill animals and then people would eat those. But we don't. We just fucking slaughter things in big barns.
Exactly,
like,
yeah.
We're not shooting them anymore. So,
yeah, I feel like the survival need of hunting's gone. We have it taken care of.
On the side of war, the only thing that bullets were good for is just to kill people faster so we could feel like I think war would be a little more ridiculous and it would happen maybe less nowadays if you had to literally fight someone to death with fists.
Mm-hmm.
But that's maybe not true. I don't know. That's an interesting... are bows considered close enough to guns that...
God, you couldn't do much with a bow. You shoot one time and then you gotta wait. Somebody would be running at you at that point. And even if you shot them, it might not kill them. It might just, pierce their elbow. And they're like, hey,
exactly. Even
I'm
if
fine.
You're goddamn Legolas, you still are not as efficient. So, unless you're like, you shoot 3 arrows at once and you're just so pro, then maybe you deserve to be killing all those people. Not saying.
You just get a bow that has 3-arrow holster, so you can just shoot 3 at once. Efficiency.
If we ever invented guns, maybe we'd have some wickedly insane arrows where they shot like 17 at once.
Yeah, or super intense swords or something like that. Yeah.
Exactly.
So sharp that it'll kill everything in a slice.
You cut earth with it.
Yeah. If you drop the blade face down, it's just gonna carve a hole. That's how intense this blade is.
Oh, that would be pretty cool. And then we'd be having that argument. Dude, just cut my fucking... accidental heads being cut off. Pretty common. I don't know. But yeah,
I think it just comes back to the Rogan thing. Something's got to be done. We got to figure something out.
I have no idea what it is because I'm too dumb.
I know.
Somebody smart's
we
got to figure
propose stuff, but none of it seems feasible. So
yeah, it's tough. It's just so ridiculous. Yeah, it's so ridiculous. And once again, there's just it almost seems so late to do anything.
Yeah.
So I just don't know how you do anything or tell people to do anything when like a large percent of the population has guns.
Mm-hmm.
You get you get government agents coming to people's houses to take their guns away, people are going to kill other people.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be a mutiny. That'd be craziness.
Shoot people because they're coming to take their gun.
Yeah.
And then you have the percentage of people who work for the government who don't even want to come take your gun, but this is their fucking job and their livelihood. And you're like, I don't really want to take your gun. This is what I'm told to do. Okay, I guess you're going to shoot me in the face for this. Not what I'm saying. All cops are dicks. I'm not trying to say that some of them just are doing a job. They're all dicks. That's what I mean to say. That's the popular stance to take.
All right.
Connor.
Sorry. I think that's it for our podcast part. We'll be right back with a gaming session to lighten things up.
There you go.
Something with violence. Hopefully. If it has child violence, then actually no games even have it. You have to get mods to put that in. So I think the original Fallout you could actually kill kids, and that was a big deal. Fallout 3 you can't do it though.
Yeah, no. In any games where you can actually make out it's a kid, you can't tell.
What the fuck's that about? Fucking ageist right there. They deserve to die just as much as adults.
Just saying, if you want to make the argument that video games aren't violent and don't cause violence, then I should be able to kill whatever I want.
All right.